Thanks for being here. As always, I'm Eric, joined by my incredibly handsome co-hosts, Micah and Brian. Let's give it up for these guys, man. Wow, look at these guys, dude. Yeah. And you can see all of our pretty faces and our pretty hats live now on YouTube. Micah has gone ahead and uploaded all of our our recordings up, so we're finally caught up. It's great. We got descriptions. We're getting in there. But we need to get up on Spotify and Apple here next. So more news to follow on that. But we got another great episode for you guys here today. The agenda is pretty straightforward. It's Cinemacon week, right, guys? So the news just keeps rolling in. So we're sticking to that script, basically. We're going to be rounding up the Sony, all the different panels. Sony, Lionsgate,
yes, sir.
Warner Brothers. And then we'll be going over Brian's movie of the week. No game for you guys this week. We promise we'll be back next week with a good one. But as always, I've been talking way too much to start this pod. So we're going to start by going around the horn and talking about what we've been watching this week. I'll kick it over to you, Micah. What have you been watching here?
I've been hearing a lot about I Saw the TV Glow. So me and Mike checked it out. Kind of disappointing for me, honestly, considering how hyped it was. This is the double-edged sword of letting Twitter recommend you movies. I just thought it was really slow. I liked what they were going for. There's a good twist with it. I don't recommend it, so I'm just going to go ahead and spoil it, because do not watch. But it's about these two teens that are obsessed with this TV show about these two supernatural girls, and it's kind of like a Power Rangers, Ghostbusters, Scooby-Doo type of thing. You know, like an old TV show from the 90s type vibe.
Okay.
That was one of my favorite parts, is that they showed scenes from that, and that looked more interesting than the movie I was watching. And then one of them comes to the assumption that they are those girls, because those girls end up getting defeated by their arch nemesis, and they are trapped in a prison, and their hearts are cut out and they're buried underground, and that brings them to the world we see, which is super dreary, gray, bad stuff's happening all the time. But what I didn't like is that it's so angsty. The whole first half of the movie, they're just the two moodiest people, real Kristen Stewart and Twilight vibes, just oh god, I can't stay in this town. And I was oh, all right, what's happening now? And they're supposed to be friends. It doesn't seem like they like each other. And they're just weirdly obsessed with the show. And then, towards the end, they're surprise, we're those girls. And I was that would be way more interesting if you had, clued us in along the way that something was off. Yeah, I just didn't love it. What about you, Brian?
Well, yeah, it wasn't a crazy movie week, besides, obviously, our movie of the week. I watched two movies that a lot of people don't know are actually sequels to each other. I watched Knocked Up and This Is 40. Knocked Up obviously is a classic, still holds up. Big fan. I don't know if it's just because I'm into the I just find the Judd Apatow, especially when he's in his bag, that humor, the very improv-y, very funny. Everyone likes Knocked Up mostly, I think. I enjoyed that, but I watched This Is 40 with Carly, which is the sequel, but it doesn't have Seth Rogen in it. It's a lot of repeating characters, mainly focused on Paul Rudd and Leslie Mann's couple now that they're hitting their 40th birthday. I don't know why this movie doesn't get talked about more. I think the movie's fucking hilarious. I might even argue funnier than Knocked Up. I don't know. That might just be my opinion. But it's just about them. They both are turning 40, and it's just them dealing with their problems in their relationship and money and all the different things that come with aging as adults. But Paul Rudd and Leslie Mann are, one, they're just funny people. Two, they just have undeniable chemistry, and it just works. For me, everything on the movie, just I was laughing pretty much the whole time. Just even side characters with their quips. It was good. It was great. Now, I said this thing in my letterbox with one of them. It's I don't think you can make a 2-hour comedy anymore. They're both over 2 hour, 10-minute comedies. You don't see that. Not frequently.
I'm trying to think of one.
Well, but the thing is,
a recent one.
Judd Apatow always does that.
No.
Can you think of a recent one?
Ass.
Staten Island.
Well, I'm trying to think of a recent, another one that's maybe not even Judd Apatow. That's 2 hours. I can't off the top of my head.
They're close.
But
an action.
I'm sure there's one just sitting there that we're just ignoring.
How
long are the Jumanji movies?
Close, probably. But again, no. But these are also this isn't an action comedy or an animated. This is a movie that's just a comedy through and through. But I don't know if I guess it depends. If you like that like banter thing that Judd Apatow's comedies are known for, then you'd be into this one. If it's not your thing, you certainly won't like This Is 40 because it's.
There you go. There you
It's
go.
just
Yeah,
a couple
outside of our
distilled.
movie of the week,
I
which
loved
I
it though. I was
did
really happy
finish
to watch
today
it.
and
I-
thoroughly
you know,
enjoyed. We'll
big
get
fans
to
on
that
Netflix.
later, Brian.
Ricky,
And
passing
Micah,
on to you.
it's been a big rewatch movie and TV show week for me. I'm trying to finish The Last of Us season 1 and Andor season 1 before both those season 2s drop this month in April. So been grinding those. White Lotus, and then I showed
Andor.
speaking of showing girlfriends movies, I showed Riley Dune for the first time. And I don't need to talk about Dune on this podcast anymore, but I will say she enjoyed it. I had to show her the trailer for the second movie right afterwards, just so she's like locked in to watch the second one. But I will say that jump scare when Paul is during the sandcrawler scene when Paul's like, "I know your footsteps, old man," that scares the Jesus out of anyone who's never seen the movie. Like and the music goes. It was good. I knew it was coming. I felt really bad because she can't do like scares and scary movies, but I had to see it happen.
Right, or something. Is it like
so? That was what I had for this week. I promise next week I'll be back with something a little bit better. But I mean, I never will. I mean, do we just want to jump right in? We got a lot to talk about here.
Listen, never apologize for watching Dune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Let's get to it, man. Sony panel. You want to start there?
Yeah, let's just go top to bottom there.
What do we think, fellas? I'm into it. I have one.
What are you into, Brian?
The Beatles. I can get down with this casting. I can get down with Sam Mendes.
Mm-hmm.
I have one eyebrow raise. I understand that like people might be like, oh, they're all just popular time. I get all that. I think Joseph Quinn is George Harrison. I'm kind of like, okay, he's just popular right now.
Everyone's discounting prosthetics.
What do you think, Micah?
No, I get that. I don't care. I feel like he's just getting shooed into everything. That's my only thing. But I'm excited.
I did see that criticism a lot, but I did see these guys are in everything.
But
the only response you can say to that is watch more movies. They're not in everything.
They're also young. I know Paul Mescal's Irish now, but they're all like young.
That's another point to it. Everyone's complaining about the casting and saying they're all casting director just used like Instagram
I don't know,
to cast these guys. These are all fairly competent ranging from competent to good actors. So I'm well on board. We know that Paul Mescal has a musical background for one. That was the one I was a little. I mean, he's got to play. I guess that fits, but I like Barry. That works. That one works for me. That one works.
Barry Keoghan as Rico makes so much sense to me. I wish they would come in and just do some bullshit. Like, I know they won't, but just be like, "Hey, what's up, Paul? It's me, Ringo." Like, they start talking. Did I read this correctly? That I saw a thing where it's like there are 4 different movies, all coming out around the same time.
Yeah,
and they're all in all 4 movies, but like their perspectives are like different, something like that. Like,
that sounds
vicious.
It sounds like something Richard Linklater would do. This sounds like
my boy Sam.
Where I was like, okay, Shawn Mendes, sure. I mean, not Shawn Mendes, Sam Mendes.
Yeah, I think if they're gonna go for it, like they might as well do something like this. I mean, I haven't heard of any sort of movie
and I'm intrigued
experience event like this before.
That's unreal.
I don't know how much. Yeah, all in April 2028, right? I mean, is there a budget?
How are they going to release it all in one month?
I think. I all in April is crazy. Maybe once a week. I mean,
I don't know.
Are these going to be like super low, like the creation of one song type thing, where they each get a song that they all wrote, and Barry Keoghan's talking about the octopus at the fair or whatever?
So what I hear is the after credit scene of Paul, Ringo shows up. Heard you needed a drummer. and then Ringo, George,
when did they introduce Yoko Ono?
John
That's
have their
the
own
question.
movies, but they cross over. There's actually George and John. There's 5 movies coming out.
I know
And after the
exactly
5th
what you're
movie,
gonna say, Brian.
Then they all no.
Stop it.
I just
Oh no.
yeah, Yoko.
She's like the
No, I
Thanos
saw the one that
in the
they
back.
say they said they should might as well.
The Mikey Madison
Go
thing.
ahead. Go ahead.
That shit is.
That
Did
was
you
so
see that
funny.
shit?
Hire
She's not even
Miranda
Asian, is
Cosgrove.
she?
No,
She's got to go into
Yeah.
Miranda.
No, I saw a tweet where it was
What
just
is she
like
gonna
they
do?
might as well.
I was gonna say
oh,
she's got to go up there with
Sydney
Miranda
Sweeney as Yoko
Cosgrove.
Ono,
For,
and I
you
started
got some
dying
Asian in
when
you,
I
right?
saw that.
No.
Like,
Exactly.
that's way too much.
What were you gonna say, Rick?
Yeah, she's Jew.
Yo. But like, yeah, everyone just assumed Mikey Madison was Asian. Is she like Jewish from like Long Island?
I
Like,
don't know. She's from
not-
California. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I just think it's funny. Everyone's like, "You're Asian, right?" Like you said, the Miranda Cosgrove. It's like, you got Asian, right? No. We'd really love you to play this role, though.
Are you sure?
It's the Invincible.
Who's the guy
Are you sure?
that they do that to as well? Like, are you sure? They
Man.
just have like really straight black hair, and you're just like, you sure?
Yeah, right. Are you... Well, listen, I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting. I think it'll be fun to see. It's Sam Mendes. Like, they
Yeah.
usually biopics have like some director we don't care about, and then they just kind of get shoehorned out. Like, you know the story, or you think you know the
That's
story.
insane.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Aquafina for
Shut
Yoko
up.
Ono. Hey, yo, John. What you talking about, John?
What you talking about?
What you
man.
talking about, John?
I'll be curious, man. I'm thinking like the range of the spectrum of how this, because these movies could flop. They could, or we could see the. Yeah. No, I'm not even thinking
They're
box
going-
office.
there's no
wise,
way
like,
this is a
flop,
profitable-
yes, but I'm
No.
thinking like
It's
success.
not
That's a
predictable.
it's four Beatle
In
movies
that-
in
on-
one
on
month.
that
Like, how are
front
you gonna
and,
get that to make money?
Like, what do you even
Oh,
do
man,
with these?
what-
Like, the ceiling, right? If this
What-
is a hit and these
Oh,
guys
okay.
do a good job,
Yeah.
like, what do awards look like for that sort of year? Like, I don't even want to get into that. Or that is true. That's a terrible time to release these movies.
yeah,
April's a terrible date, and they've called it
yeah, that's a good point.
damn near 3 years away. They're like, yeah, damn near 3 years away. I guess that's the
Good
only
point.
time there's space. That's not,
Would it
the
put
worst
four
of the
movies out in
worst.
theaters.
yeah, space, like, because it gets backed
They'll
up.
all be in theaters for a
Like,
week.
June
in April.
It's just bang, bang, bang,
And
bang,
immediately
bang.
go
So,
streaming.
well, at least I'll assume if movies still exist. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Speaking of potential
They-
disasters,
Have
Spider-Man.
they filmed this yet?
Brand New Day.
Brand new day.
Y'all rocking
No?
with Brand New Day?
I like the logo.
Or no?
They'll probably change it.
It's not John
because they're
Watts.
dicks.
Yeah.
No,
So-
no way, right?
So Tom
Is
Holland's
even
still
John
out
Watts?
in,
No.
in
I don't
Europe.
know. Let me see. I'm
filming
gonna
the
find some
Odyssey.
info. Keep talking about it. I'm gonna.
Jarvis, find me this guy's
And then I
director.
imagine I'll have to go back to whether that's London where they'll film it or New York, LA, wherever.
New York.
To film this movie.
In real life, yes.
In Atlanta? Okay.
Oh, I think they film most of these down in Atlanta.
What
Yeah.
the hell is this?
What the hell,
it's the
Leonte?
Shang- Wait, we knew this. He's the director who
That's
did
what I'm
Shang-Chi. Destin Daniel
Oh,
Cretton.
Yeah.
He is doing Tom
turnaround
Holland.
to
It's
bust
coming
us out,
out in
but
2026. Is that what it's saying?
Yeah. I put
Hey,
the
what
date
is it?
in there, July 31st.
Turnaround is crazy.
yeah.
Maybe that's good news or not.
Well, they make these in a
people are-
computer, so
Yeah, I know, but that's what I was hoping. They were saying like, they were saying like, what we don't want the multiverse crap. Like, what if it's just a grounded like, hey, Peter Parker's in fucking New York, but they're not gonna do that. You know,
This
Well,
is how they're going to get him
'cause
there. yeah.
I have
Go
a
ahead.
theory.
What's
because
your theory?
of this is sandwiched between Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Oh God.
So I think this will be the last of the multiversal movies. But
Yeah.
more on that later. But
Okay.
yeah.
That's just I don't know. I mean, listen, I like Tom
No,
Holland.
I'm-
It's a new director. It's going to be a very new take on it. So like, I think we just got to wait and see when the first trailer
Miles?
comes out. There's not a whole lot to talk about right now.
I think a
Yeah.
certain
They'll cast a Miles.
Spider-Man will be in that movie.
Andrew
Andrew Garfield.
That'd be interesting.
Miles
Finally
Morales.
bringing the live
I think they
action.
milked that. Yeah, Miles. I think Miles.
Oh yeah, they got it.
I mean, who did they had Donald Glover at playing
I think
his
they will
uncle,
cast
right?
Miles.
Doubt that.
I thought this was a.
Or you
Yeah, Prowler. I wouldn't be surprised if that's like the end credit scene of like Doomsday or something.
So people are already theorizing because there's a comic book from 2008 called Brand New Day. So everyone's like,
Menace.
this is going to be what it's about. I don't know.
We'll see. I mean, I don't even know.
They
Like,
just need
are they gonna
another-
bring-
He's going to
Are
fight
they
someone
going to
named
bring
Menace.
Zendaya back? Like that's
Okay.
we're just asking questions. Nothing's
He
going to
sounds
get
like a
answered.
villain.
But
Well, I didn't hear you. Sorry. Yeah, he sounds scary.
no, they're cooked.
Who knows?
Yeah.
They're just
You
trimming.
wanted
They're
Harry
just
Styles?
trimming shit.
You got-
We don't know what sticks anymore. You know the Eternals? They're never coming back. That's official now. They're gone.
They're gone.
They just
They're gone.
remember last week we're like, who did they just give a? Remember when they got picked up by the robot and they flew away? Yeah, that was forever.
Oh.
He's gone now.
That was
Get
Picking up that bill.
Kid Harington is just sitting there waiting. No one's ever coming back for him.
I guess since we're already talking Marvel, I kind of wanted, because I was like, when I was editing the last episode and we were talking about like what's gonna happen, I ended up reading the Secret Wars thing that they're doing Doomsday and Secret Wars about. I think this is the end of the multiverse. There will be no more multiverse. They're trimming the fat. It's about to get real lean.
Good.
So get used to more of they're gone and you're never seeing them again.
Good. All right, good. I'm okay with that though. Honestly, that's what they need around here. It's getting far too chummy in this fucking universe. Too many fucking. One thing about nobody even died. We were talking about this last week. No one even dies anymore. So it's like everyone's like, "Hey man, we're Avengers." Like, I don't even know who you are, bro. Like are we supposed to be friends?
It'll be a roller coaster ride. It'll be a lot of like, "Hey, it's me," and Doomsday, and then
Get dead.
Secret Wars. See, I mean, it's a culling.
What up? I'm Blade.
Culling.
Just dead.
Dog.
Yeah, he's not coming.
The Blade might exist post this, but
they can try again. Third time's a charm.
Yeah.
Speaking of Spider-Man, we got that other news. Remember, you know what's funny about this one? I remember leaving theaters with Jeremy
2025, fellas.
and Jordan.
We still got to wait 2 years.
Like, I wonder when the next one's coming out. We said, "Whoa, March 2024? That's crazy." It was. So what's it called again? Is it Beyond the Spider-Verse? Is that the name?
Yes, Beyond, and June 4th, 2027. Apparently, they're like trying to cope. They're trying to like,
my socks off, man.
Put a little spoonful of sugar with this bad pill. They're like, but we're inventing new animation techniques, which is wonderful. The movies, yeah.
I hope they give the animators enough time. I guess that's like actually like the only thing I like about it.
Enough time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but remember like apparently like the second one they were like. There was a thing about
the time
like,
difference between the first one and the second one was 5 years, but that took some time to like get the second one.
I bet it'll look fucking incredible. I mean, I like
this one. They said they were going to release it a year after they had the story written, and that was just they should have known a year before the second one came out that one wasn't going to come out the following year. That's true. Yeah, maybe they might pump out. They might pump out 3 Paddington movies between this movie
still getting out between
Batman 2, Spider-Verse 2, and Spider-Verse 3.
Oh my!
No, it is. Yeah, good. I have a funny.
We don't
story.
want Paddington. We want Pattinson.
Yeah, Pattinson. I have a funny little story about when these articles came out, when all the Spider-Man news came out. But yeah. So when all this news was coming out, the Spider-Man news. I was kind of half paying attention. I remember I was working or I was busy, whatever. So I saw the graphic that it was like the Spider-Verse sequel, but I saw Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm like, that's a stupid fucking title for the third movie, the Spider-Verse. I guess okay, I don't really get it, but whatever. And then it turned out I was completely wrong. I didn't really say no.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, listen, they've both been great. I know everyone likes to. I know Shamik Moore is whatever, like annoying, but like they're good. Let's be honest. It's good animated.
Have you seen the videos of Haley Steinfeld and Malcolm Michael B. Jordan?
No.
That's a real coworkers that are friends.
Are they friends? Or they made
Shamik just. Oh my goodness!
No, that is not the
over
shot.
And over, no. over and over.
So bad, bro. And then bro, that shit was so bad when he's like, what was that whole thing when he posted that video like with the girl?
He posted
with the girl from Black Klansman and Homecoming, you know, like what's her name?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, she's like, they're like coming soon, and she's like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Then she texted him saying like, hey, can you take
I'm
it
gonna
down?
do my
I don't
own
know what you're
thing.
implying there, and he just didn't do it. I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
grade A weirdo.
That's insane, bro. Oh man.
nah.
I mean, it's good announcements. At least we have some clarity going on with Spider-Verse. We'll see if they stick to that date.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
Yeah.
Good. I think it'll be good. But around that same time, a little bit before that, I did not hear about this next bullet. Someone fill me in. Tell me a little bit about this next one here.
Yeah, they just they gave the live action Zelda movie a release date, March 26th, 2027.
What do we
That's
know
pretty
about
much-
it? That's my question. Legend. Yeah, that's what I'm looking
No,
at right
definitely
now.
no casting yet. I know people want Hunter Schafer to play Zelda.
I'm into that.
I've never played the game. My entire life, I thought Link was Zelda.
That's a fair.
Yeah,
That's what I've
I
seen.
just assumed he was.
Also, Hunter Schafer does look like Zelda. Like that is a very.
Mhm.
I can see that. I can see that. She's a princess, right? So I mean that makes sense.
It'll be 2027 though, so I don't
no.
know.
My only
I know.
knowledge
Hunter
of
Schafer can play anything she
Zelda
wants.
and Link is.
I mean,
You
what do
got
you
Carly
think
in there?
there?
You
But
got a Carly shot? It's hilarious.
No, I just said sometimes she listens.
Yeah.
I'll be like, sorry.
Is she like right there?
That's funny.
No.
Okay.
I don't know. Zelda, I don't know much about the story. I never played.
no.
Like I played a little bit of
That
Breath
was
of the
literally what I
Wild,
was
but
gonna
like
say.
on
I
someone
only know
else's
Smash
device.
Bros. Is
And I played Smash
about
Bros.
Zelda is that she
That's
changes.
my so.
Like,
I mean,
Yeah.
shooting in the dark. Thank God no one listens, so I can just be loud and wrong, and no one will get on my ass.
Yeah.
I think
canceled.
he just
Link?
does adventures for her,
Yep.
like a knight
That
and a
makes
lady type vibe. Yeah, I think Link's just doing shit for the princess.
I know there's a villain,
like a
Bowser's in
Mario
Ganondorf, I
and
believe,
Peach
captures
and
her
Bowser
from time to time.
situation.
I
Mm.
don't fucking know. You know what?
Maybe just like Twink Mario.
Here's the thing. Like anything, even when you do a good video game adaptation, like The Last of Us, for instance, people aren't going to like it. That's just what's going to happen. Like, fans are going to be pissed whether you do it right or not, so I wouldn't lose sleep about it. Or it
I
might
don't
be
even know
really
if there's
bad.
like a story, or if they're gonna have to create one.
I don't know, probably.
But it
there was
made
a story to Mario.
made a ton of money.
Mid-ass movie. There, I
So-
said it.
What's for children, Brian?
This podcast is not for
You're for
children.
children.
What kind of insult?
No,
I know, I have to click that every
I
time.
don't think there's a whole lot to talk about the Zelda game.
No.
Hunter
There's
Schafer.
We'll just cut this whole part.
yeah, fuck it. That was just we provided nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, we'll
about
just
it.
leave the Hunter Schafer for
Hunter Schafer,
Yeah.
honestly, let her play Link and Zelda.
both of them.
Put a wig on her for Link.
You don't
Take it
need-
off for Zelda.
I don't think she needs a wig for either. They're both blonde.
Are they both long-haired blondes?
Yeah.
All right, hell yeah. Yeah, fuck it. Put her in pants to play Link.
I just think having a transgender actress playing both a male and a female is probably not a good idea.
Wow.
Brian, an ally.
I don't think people are going to respond very well to that.
All right, well, you still
It's
got
true.
Bella Ramsey playing a girl.
But that
Is she? No, wait.
It's a
is
they.
She's a
It's a
they. Oh,
they.
she's they. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
My apologies.
they're a
Micah,
they. Yeah.
Micah
They're
taking the
You
lead
just
in
got
ally
outworked, Brian.
department.
Get fucking wrecked.
Where's my
Let's
Where's my
go.
hoodie?
Put your sweatshirt on, Eric.
Oh man, let's get off Zelda. This is not a Zelda podcast, all right? I'm gonna skip
What?
ahead. I'm gonna skip ahead because this is a Narnia podcast, all right? And
You're
we're
sorry.
going all the way up. We'll go back, but
Don't skip
I
that
wanna
far.
Get this off. I want to rip this Band-Aid off. All right.
Is that true? That is she officially
She was. They said it was
Yes.
offered to her. But explain what we're talking about.
No, go. No,
Yes.
you go.
Um,
you go.
Meryl Streep? Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to me. Meryl Streep was offered the role of Aslan in Greta Gerwig's Narnia, which, if you are a longtime listener, you will know is a a subject point that seems to come up every week here.
This is a Narnia
Ricky,
podcast.
you got thoughts
first
on
off.
that?
Second off, Meryl Streep as Aslan. I still want Liam Neeson back. However,
Yeah.
Meryl Streep could play anyone. So, I did see a tweet that said something along the lines of Greta Gerwig either has a vision that no one else understands for this movie, or this is going to be the biggest piece of shit we've ever seen in our entire lives.
Do you think she's fucking? Was she gonna? Is she like doing like a fuck you statement to the studio? Because like, is Narnia the one to fuck? Whatever. You know what, Greta? This.
Here's
Yeah,
what
go
I
ahead.
think. What
Go
are the
ahead, Micah.
rumors we've heard? We've heard Charlie XCX, Selena Gomez, and now Meryl Streep. You know what that
Sounds like an
to me?
ally.
Woke.
Sounds like a fucking musical. I'm concerned. I'm concerned.
Oh man, I don't know. I just don't get what the vision is. I don't. Like you said, I like. It's like
Mamma
Harry,
Mia
you said
meets
about-
the Lion, the
go.
Witch, and the Wardrobe. Mamma Mia goes to Narnia. Where is my boy? He left me for Turkish delight.
Oh god.
No. You're listening, dumb.
Welcome
This
back
is
to the
Brian and the
Narnia.
Beach.
Welcome back to the Narnia Pod with Aslan Tumnus and the White Bitch. Here we go.
Put in the chat, put in the comments if you would still smash Meryl Streep as a lion.
Yo, what if it's just Meryl Streep's head on the body of a lion?
What if, you know how they like animate like male and female cartoons different? What if they give Aslan some titties?
I just
Ooh.
don't know
Oh.
what this movie is. Movies.
It's Greta's vision, guys. All right.
I hope she.
I don't know anymore, man. You know what? We're just gonna have to take it that we just, like you said, Eric, we're gonna take this as the Narnia Pod. We've gotten more news. Next week, there will be another piece of this puzzle, and eventually, a trailer will come out, and we'll be able to
figure
see
this
this out. Put in the chat if you figured out what the fuck is going on with Narnia.
We gotta build a giant whiteboard back here where we just have pictures, faces with the red lines connecting to
Yeah.
So what we
everybody.
have, it's like next thing revealed. It's like, so we have Nick Nolte as Mr. Tumnus. Weird choice. I don't know what they're going there. I don't know. Okay, what's the next point that we want to talk about now? That's not Narnia, because there's
All
nothing.
right, we're moving on to
Gotta
the
go back to Lionsgate.
Lionsgate panel.
Speaking of lions,
Yeah, speaking of Lions, hell of a segue here.
Well done.
we got so Lionsgate is the studio releasing the Hurry Up Tomorrow movie, and they brought out The Weeknd to perform at Cinemacon, which I thought was pretty cool and interesting. They released a new trailer, and I now think I know what the movie's about. I think it's set to the album. It's about him forcibly getting sober, I think. And I think she is a super fan who hears him singing about doing blow and bad bitches, and she's like, I'm gonna tie you up and soberize you, and then he goes on an insane withdrawal trip.
Be sure everyone to tune in for the live viewing of that, where we'll actually be just drinking and doing blow in spirit, live on the pod. Just, I don't
I'm
get
crying
this
over
movie.
Selena Gomez. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People are saying. Do you see someone put that out about Selena? They're like, I don't know what this girl did to this man, because she had Justin and Abel.
Dude, writing bangers.
Yeah.
Just crying and screaming.
Crazy.
Dude, she's never released better music than when she was, yeah.
Abel.
There you go.
Or us up all night doing cocaine and a bunch of coke-fueled sex with Abel.
I think The Idol was about her.
I could see that.
It's like May something. Mm-hmm. May's gonna be one hell of a month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's coming sooner than you think. It's already April, folks. Mark your calendars.
Mark your calendars.
Don't mark your calendars for this next point here, though.
Oh, great segue. We've already penciled it in for movie of the week.
I was actually thinking about this one. So for anyone who doesn't know, Now You See Me 3, it's now release title. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Oh, fucking, how'd you come up with that one, dickheads? I am historically been a hater of these movies, and I think it's really hard now because I'm wondering, like, should I just give them another chance? Or am I just generationally am I just not going to allow myself to like it, ever? Should I try it again?
I don't know
What
if
do
you
you think,
forget,
Mike?
Brian, but you do have to watch them because you were dead last in our Oscars thing.
Fuck. We lost.
All right, we're back.
Okay, as a non hater of the Now You See Me movies, you guys, I will rewatch them because I have to watch them because I lost the thing. I get it. I'll try how do you feel about them? I'm neutral. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean,
No,
there was I was waiting for Mikey to go, but I was gonna say, the biggest thing I saw was that they fucked up the name. It could have been Now You Three Me, and it should have been Now You Three Me. Now You Three Me, Now You Don't. So, I mean, what is this movie come out this year? Is it come out this year?
I think so. Who's got the date? Come on, dual screen.
It's not on here.
Oh, thank God. No, I think it is end of the year.
End of the year.
Look in the
Wow.
chat. Look in the text.
When did
Awards date.
Michael's
November 14th, 2025.
Wow, it's an awards. Entered for Oscar contention.
If it's
Now
good or
You
whatever,
See
I
Me.
will relinquish it. Okay, you want the honest reason? Honest to God, story time. why I hate the movie so much is that when I was in high school, so I'm a senior, and I was seeing this girl who will remain nameless in case this blows up. And she goes,
It's okay, we know her name.
You've never seen Now You See Me? I'm like, no. She's like, it's the best movie ever. It'll blow your fucking mind. And then we watch it, and I'm like, this is stupid. And I'm I'm like, oh, that's Mark Ruffalo in the hoodie. What? How did you know? Who else could it be? Morgan Freeman?
I forgot he's in that movie.
It's fucking all. Here's the thing that also pisses me off. People are like, it's all about tricksters. It's magic. It's just magic a lot. And also, like, you think when they program that guy to go to Vegas, hey, walking around flipping the fucking
the coin in front of his face. I mean,
I don't know. I get they're fun. I get they're not supposed to be that highbrow. Like, I know I'm hating on a movie that's pretty middle of the pack, like entertainment. It's fun, more fun to hate it.
I was gonna say, but like the cast, Brian, you've already brought up Mark Ruffalo, and you said when it came out, Micah, it's awards season. So Jesse Eisenberg didn't get his Oscar for Real Pain, but he's gonna find another way to get that Oscar. And this performance in Now You Three Me might just do that. Might just do that.
Dear Lionsgate Studios, I was very disappointed to see you named it Patterson. I know it could have been Now You Three Me.
Now You Three Me. It should have been what the people wanted.
So would it be Now You See Me, Now You Three Me, or would it be Now You Three Me, Now You Don't?
Now You Three Me.
Now You Three Me.
So it should wait. But this one doesn't work as well. Now it wouldn't be Now To See Me. That one doesn't work. It'd have to be Now You Three Me works better.
It'd be like Now You See Me, I See You Too. Now You See Me, Now You Three Me, Now You Don't.
Yeah.
How about you call it
Sure, ideas. They're coming to me.
I don't fucking know. Abracadabra.
What?
They call it Abracadabra.
Just
this
completely.
I think that exists.
Now you see me, brand new day. Boom.
Now You Three.
Now You Three Me, brand new day.
Brand new day.
Now You Three Me. Secret Wars.
Releasing 2029.
Oh my god.
Like those...
Listen, I don't know. I'm sure. Oh, go ahead, Ricky.
No, I was gonna make another Now You Three Me joke. We're keep going.
Now You Three Me.
Keep going. We can move on.
I'll give it another shot. Guys. You'll have to see it.
Speaking of shots,
John Wick, man.
We're getting. What are we getting?
Directing.
We're getting a prequel, a sequel, and a spinoff. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, the prequel is the ballerina one, correct?
No.
Or is that
It's an animated anime style prequel of what got him his freedom.
Baba Yaga. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still voiced
then
by
the ballerina's coming out.
Yep.
And then there's the Kane one, which is Donnie Yen directed and starring, I've heard, which is cool.
Yep.
What's the sequel? Well, then there's just John Wick 5.
John Wick 5. Mm-hmm. I hope it's him like in hell fighting demons. Like I genuinely hope that's what that is.
I'm like, I'm into that, bro. It's
you know what I haven't seen? Not a single person thinks that he might be in heaven.
Wow,
I've seen the body count from the movies. I don't think that guy's going.
I saw him kill a man with a book. The second one, he killed a man with a book. The third one, he killed a man with a book.
I don't think that.
Maybe it was the Bible, and he took a quick read.
Don't think
if there's hell, if John Wick has, some people think different ideas of hell. If John Wick is like that, if hell is really like where you're just stuck in a loop of like the worst day of your life, people say no, he have to relive his wife or his dog dying over and over again. No, it's him trying to get up those fucking stairs. They just keep pushing him down.
I mean,
that was like one of the funniest things watching in theaters, watching him trying to get the stairs. Like, oh my god, Jesus.
And I was rewatching it, or just a scene from it recently, and he chose that location. Like, he chose to have it on top of the hill there. Like, that was his card. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He chose to have it in that very, like, horrific spot for him, which I thought was always just kind of funny plot detail. But, I mean, at this point, like, there's certainly going to be a Ballerina 2, depending on how it performs. I imagine it'll perform well. They got Ana de Armas out here marketing the hell out of it. So they'll just, is this just going to be an Avengers style universe with Kane?
I guess, because also Nobody 2, which is in the same universe, also coming out this year.
Is that the same universe or just the same vein of movie?
Same universe. He's in the thing, but then he had a family.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that
And
either.
I
that- you
thought
know,
it was
the-
just a...
Did you watch the first one?
No,
I haven't seen it.
I didn't know
Oh,
that.
okay. The whole thing is that these guys try and mug him. They're like, he's nobody. This is a 9-to-5 guy who just rides the bus to work.
But he's
But
in
he
the
had a whole
John Wick.
past. He had a whole past because he was an assassin. And he's
Jeez.
like, all right, you guys just
But
woke up.
but connected to
He's
John Wick universe, or
yes, yeah.
huh?
Cool.
I didn't know that.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Same-
you just
So you got Ballerina, 2 nobodies, a animated prequel, presumably live action sequel, and the Donnie Yen spinoff. So that's quite a few
It's a lot going
movies.
on. I mean,
The new Fast and Furious, guys.
wait. I'm getting a lot of conflicting reports here. There's
About what?
some people saying that they are, and some people saying that they aren't in the same universe.
Swear
Okay,
to God,
whatever.
they pull
You know
up.
what? It's
all right.
it's cool.
Maybe I'm
if
wrong.
It is, if it isn't, it's very similar. If it is,
feels very
that's
similar.
cool.
yeah.
But no, I'm down for. I love the John Wick movies, so I'm
Yeah.
down with it. I didn't watch that Continental show.
I didn't watch
on
that
Peacock.
either. No.
No, I
dropped
can't remember
like
if I did. I
They
cannot
dropped a
remember
show,
if I did.
didn't they? Am I not wrong? I'm
No,
not wrong.
you're
about that.
definitely,
Well,
No,
the-
they definitely-
correct. There was a show.
The guy was at about passed away. The hotel manager, he passed
Oh,
away
yeah,
in real life.
Lance Riddick.
Yeah,
He was great.
Listen,
Well,
I'm
listen,
all
John
aboard.
Wick
On
is
that
not
note-
all-
Yeah.
Speaking about killing,
Oh God. He died peacefully, I presume, Brian.
oh, I thought we were talking about John Wick. Sorry, sorry. I didn't mean about Lance Riddick. No, I didn't mean it like that.
Got it.
Oh,
Canceled. Let's stay in.
The Hunger Games, guys.
Oh yes, but speaking of killing,
Yeah, the Hunger Games.
I'm into it.
I'm into it.
Raise your hand.
I mean, this is like a great like marketing or like rollout plan, releasing the book and then like having that lead into the movie next year. Shit, I'm on board. I gotta read the book. Apparently,
Raise
it's
your hand if you
good.
like the song.
Apparently,
Did
the
you like a
book's
Songbird and Snakes? Songbird Ballad to Songbird and Snakes. I kind
I
of
like
it.
the book a lot. I like the book a lot.
Did
I
you
think
like
it's
the
a
movie?
hard book to adapt because
Ballad
you're
of
so much
Songbird
in
and
his head,
Yeah.
more so than anything else. He
I
has a
think they did
whole
a pretty
like,
good job in the movie,
yeah.
but not as good. Obviously, you're saying the book is a lot better.
Well, he's got this whole like villain arc thing, and he's just kind of like a narcissistic dude, and then he kind of gets turned evil, and you don't get any of that in the movie because it's all happening in his head.
Yeah, he kind of just like is at the end. But I like heard enough people talking about like that, like you said, like stuff you just said, where I was like, I like Rachel Zegler. I thought the aesthetic of the movie was cool
Yeah,
enough.
she's great in it.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. I'm excited. Everyone's really excited for this because this one's about Haymitch's
Yeah.
fight,
Mhm.
right?
Which people
A
have
quarter
like,
quell.
for the longest time have been like making their own stories up about what happened that
Yeah.
quarter quell.
What's it called? What's this one called? The Ballad at the Sunrise, the Reaping in the
Reaping at the
Falling at the
sunrise of
reaping-
the
reaping at the
Mockingbird.
Sunrise
Sunrise.
of the Reaping.
Sunrise.
Sunrise at the
I
Reaping.
might buy the book because people have been saying the book's really good.
I
So
might have to check it out. Yeah, I might, and I haven't read a good YA book like that in a while.
Yeah.
And I think it's about time I pick one back up.
Exactly.
I
Tap
think
into
you
your
can't go,
inner.
You can't go to your Barnes and Noble right now. They're definitely all sold out. But honestly, good. Books are back.
books, books might
Yeah, I
be
hope
back.
they bought them in bulk. I don't. Yeah.
I'm gonna read
we're
it.
gonna say
I'm with that. Maybe that'll be the pod next. We'll be like, all right, everyone read.
Everyone,
It's now
you just turn
it's
this
now
into
the
a
book talk.
club.
book
Book
pod.
talk.
Book
We're
talk.
actually gonna read all smut books.
Yeah, smut books.
He grabbed my wang. He took me roughly in the barn.
barn.
Grabbed me. Be careful out there, 12.
I don't like.
We
that.
were both in the quarter quell, but I
Yeah.
couldn't quell my feelings for his
Stop.
throbbing member.
Stop. Stop. You're in my
Listen,
ear
I'm not here to
so
save
loud. Why are you so good at that?
Hey, 12.
Hey, 12.
I'm not doing you a favor. Hey, 12. I'm not doing you a favor, all right? This is all business.
Peter, we can't, but we must. But my moans might alert them to our location. I'll
He
just fucking
sacrificed himself.
choke you. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, that.
All right. Moving on.
Get me on to the next panel. Just whatever.
All right. Stephen King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen King.
This is not the Mike Flanagan one, and therefore I don't. What is The Long Walk? I'm not familiar.
The Long Walk is a Stephen King book that they're adapting about a world where you do marathons, and it's last man standing, so they take a really long walk.
I heard that
Dystopian future type stuff.
it's our boys in this, right?
Mm-hmm.
David
He's
Johnson,
our standout actor.
David Johnson from Alien Romulus,
Let's go.
is in this movie.
Like that guy.
So
Big fan of that dude.
yeah, who's directing this?
I believe that's
Let me find, I can find. You got
Show
it?
me the long walk.
But that comes out next September.
Okay. The Mike Flanagan Life of Chuck one comes out soon. I'm
Oh, that's
very
right.
excited about that.
They did show. It was just a trailer that they showed that hasn't been released yet, so I didn't know where to put it. But they did show footage from that, and I've heard very good things.
What, the Life of Chuck?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they put a trailer. It's very minimal footage. But like everyone who saw it at the festival at the end of the year said like it's like sad Mike Flanagan. Like it'll make you cry Mike Flanagan, not ooh, spooky Mike Flanagan. But I'm excited because Francis Lawrence is directing The Long Walk, who speaking of which directed the last like X amount of Hunger Games
That's
movies, right? Not the first
And
one.
he did
But,
I
he
Am
did
Legend.
Ballad and
Yeah, so he's done his things. That's pretty cool.
That's
all I got.
No more of that, Brad.
Sorry, my bookshelf's right there. All right, well, that's cool. I'm excited about that one. Yeah, should we go to the Warner Brothers panel?
Yeah, we should.
Warner Brothers, Ryan Coogler. There's post-credit scenes in Sinners.
2 of them.
That's cool.
2 of them.
Snake Eyes.
Oh!
Snake Eyes.
How many Michael B. Jordans?
Who?
3. No, 2.
Imagine a third Michael B. Jordan has hit the Sinners.
Michael B. Jordan, third Michael B.
Maybe that's what's that movie they have with Vanessa Hudgens? It's like the Netflix
Princess Switch.
and they just it's me, her identical cousin.
They're all played by Michael B. Jordan.
Oh my god, dude.
Listen, I mean, I know that I haven't. You know what's so funny, Eric? I still haven't watched that second trailer.
Good. I'm proud of
Everything's
you.
still a mystery to me.
I was
excited to see
so
this movie.
excited for this movie. Then all of a sudden, very not excited to see this movie because of the second trailer. And now,
You say that
now I'm
while
back.
having tickets.
Now I'm back. I'm very excited. Not because of the post-credit scenes, but as we've gotten closer, I've gotten more into it again.
The cinematic universe isn't doing it for you?
No, it's
When a one-eyed Michael B. Jordan comes up, he's like, I'm
prequel?
creating a team.
Like, I don't know what to tell you. But
It's the original Creed.
yeah, there's 2 of them. 2.
There's two. You want to tie that into Ryan Coogler right into Black Panther?
You put that in there, I believe.
Yeah,
Or
I put that in there.
I didn't put that shit
I
in
saw
there.
he had a quote this week about it saying, like, there hasn't been, like, a script, like, a dedicated script locked down yet, but he said if Denzel would be willing to do it, that he would come back and make Black Panther 3, absolutely. Which I guess Denzel's put out, maybe had a statement recently about saying he'd be down to do it. I mean, if Denzel says he'll do your movie, like, do the movie.
You write them apart.
Yeah.
Listen, yeah, I mean, I mean, it's Ryan Coogler doing another Black Panther. I'm always in, especially Denzel.
And those are critically acclaimed movies, both of them. I mean,
But,
so
yeah. Can Ryan Coogler get Denzel Washington to do an accent? Or will he be in Wakanda?
doing his training day.
Yeah. Is he going to be like,
doing his gladiator.
you know, Thanos ain't
That's it.
got shit on me.
You know, I'm surgical with this vibranium, Jake.
Oh man.
That's your. He's like, that's your problem, Iron Man. You got no witnesses. Who's gonna believe you?
Oh, that's how it is.
Yeah.
You think you can come up in Wakanda in my house?
Yeah.
Not today.
I want to hear Denzel
drunk.
give his Wakanda forever.
I was drunk. I was high on the purple flower. I'm drunk right now.
I'm on it right now. Oh man, that's good. That's good.
Guys, that's good. But
Dude,
no,
I
I'd love
wanna-
to just see. Go ahead.
Him delivering a line about, gang, we need you to distract. But like Shakespearean. Oh, so good.
What were you saying, Brian?
I just got news. Somehow Duncan, Idaho is returned.
Nah.
We're fucking.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yeah,
If you know,
dude.
you know.
One of my buddies, Cole, is reading all the Doom books, and he's like, "Yeah, bro, Duncan Idaho's in like every." I don't know exactly how he comes back, but I just know that he's eternal essentially.
It's a clone.
You know
man.
how? You know how?
I do know how, but you know.
So Duncan Hyde, people are going to be so like, what?
Yeah, when he
I don't know.
pops back
Apparently
up.
it worked. Does it work? I didn't read Messiah, Eric. Did you read Messiah?
Yeah, I read through Messiah. I mean, it's gonna work.
Duncan
There's a
Idaho.
certain storyline here with Duncan Idaho's character, the romance that he has, that I just don't
It's
know.
not gonna be a problem because
I just don't know how they're gonna. Pull
I don't
it
think
off.
it'll be a
I
problem.
don't think they're even gonna do it. I genuinely don't.
that's cowardly. I mean, I saw the casting and I was like, they intentionally cast Anya Taylor-Joy a little older for the explicit purpose of that. Like, these are two
Just
adult-looking
piece that
adults.
together.
You know what I mean?
agree.
Yeah.
And they're gonna use Anya Taylor-Joy, obviously. I'm still, my mind's wrapped up on the time jump. What they're gonna try and how they're gonna try and pull this off with this next movie. I trust wholeheartedly. I trust Denis to pull this off. But I don't know if this is a storyline. The romance between Anya Taylor-Joy and Jason Momoa. I don't know if that's gonna be a storyline they do or not.
I wonder, do you think they'll keep the name? I hope they do. That's pretty important.
Yeah, this is gonna be
Yeah.
a lot on Jason Momoa's shoulders. I mean, he's coming off
I don't know.
like a big performance where he really had to try hard in Minecraft. So I don't know if he's gonna I don't know if he's gonna have this here for Dude 3. But
I'm so mad I can't see I have friends going to see Minecraft on Friday, and I have to get dinner with my girl, with Carly's friends are visiting.
oh man.
This is ridiculous. I want to see Jason Momoa ride a freaking pig or whatever the hell he's doing.
It's not
Yeah.
fair.
I don't know. He's gonna have to go like toe to toe with Timothée Chalamet because they basically, the people that are out to get Paul Atreides create an anti-Paul, name him hate, and they
That's
basically
what happens.
And it's like it's a clone of
they're like,
Duncan.
who can we get?
Yeah.
No, it's his
Yeah, it's his
Dead
reanimated
corpse.
body, yeah. So I mean,
Whoa, that'd be cool. I'm excited to see that.
I mean, I liked his
I have, like,
performance, and having just watched Dune, I like his performance in that movie because you're not asking him to do too much. He's like playing
fight
that
like
space
demons.
cowboy role very well. You're asking him to come in
Yeah.
here and have conversations about like his mortality and existential crisis. I don't know what we're doing there. Like, I don't know if that's gonna work.
Yeah.
but it'll
Maybe.
look cool.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to, if he can juice it out of Dave Bautista, he can juice it out of Jason.
It's a good point.
We'll see.
Dave Bautista can act now,
There
apparently.
you
I
go.
mean, we're all counting on Marty to squeeze it out of The Rock. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be.
All right.
well, we
Well-
already mentioned the Minecraft movie. We don't need
have
to
to
do
talk-
it anymore.
We don't have to touch any of that. I'm just saying it's coming out. It'll certainly be a conversation for next week. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah. All right.
Animated catnap. Explain.
This is, it's pretty self-explanatory.
That
They are
movie
doing
is
an animated-
funny.
I don't think you'll have any of that because they're doing it animated, and I don't think they're going to invite Mike Myers. I don't think he's allowed on that
He's allowed around
on their
around
premises.
children.
there were a couple scenes in that movie. Like, it's bad. Don't get me wrong. And it's silly. There were a couple scenes because it's obviously supposed to be like it's Mike Myers just doing that
Mhm.
made me like audibly laugh. Like the one who goes like option one is a series of painful injections to the stomach. Option two is a musical number. How many shots? How many? There was one scene where they did the thing. They talked about it's a box. He's like, where's the box from? He's like, a different dimension. He's like, why does it say made in the Philippines on it? He's like, it's a different Philippines. It's funny, but I don't know. You're right. This is gonna probably just be a kid's.
It'll be, I think, like how they did an animated Grinch with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, it'll be
It'll be that
That's-
softer. You don't have
I
like a
forgot
veteran
they did
comedian
that
at the helm.
movie, man.
Yeah,
That's-
well, it's forgettable.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. All right, we did our Narnia news. I guess we're getting down to other news. This one, I thought it was an April Fool's joke yesterday. Not the first bullet point.
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
Not the first bullet. The second one.
Oh, the second one.
Oh,
Sorry. R.I.P. Val Kilmer. Then we can move on. Shut up, dog.
shout out Val Kilmer.
Shout out
man.
Val.
We might have to do it. I feel like the Top Gun movies are such good summer movies that I try and watch at least Maverick. I've tried to watch the last 2 summers. Rip Val Kilmer, man. Go.
Yeah, the Once Upon a Time. Eric, you want to tell the people what about this news about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah,
It's exciting.
I again, in a day, we had April Fools. This was coming out on a couple channels that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the Oscar-winning movie from 2019, was getting a sequel, not directed by Tarantino, written by Tarantino, but directed by David Fincher. So,
Yeah.
and this is being released by Netflix because doesn't Netflix have like David Fincher's ball sacks like in a firm
They do.
grasp? Yeah, like they got him cooked,
Yeah, he
right?
signed the 360.
Is this
He signed the
true?
360 deal.
I heard a rumor or read something. I don't remember where. I don't know if it's true that it's the story. Tarantino was focused more on Cliff Booth, which is Brad Pitt's character's semantics about him, and Brad Pitt is the one who pitched it to David Fincher. I don't know if that's true. I'd heard that. It's kind of cool if it is true because Brad Pitt read it. He's like, "This is great," but Tarantino's like, "I'm not gonna make." I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find some more info about it. But yeah,
So-
Michael, what do you think about this?
It'll be, I mean, it's a very different vibe. They are two different directors, and then having it probably shot on digital and then released directly to Netflix is just depressing.
Agreed. And we know that Brad Pitt's back. I haven't heard anything about Leo. But
I think,
mean,
I
David
don't think
Fincher
he-
with Tarantino dialogue, I don't see the vision.
Yeah, when the screen's green
wait.
and they're saying the N-word.
Oh, I think Brad and Fincher, apparently Tarantino and Pitt had the idea, but they were like, he didn't want to direct it, and then he's like, he had the script, he didn't want to put it on ice, and they approached Fincher with it. That's kind of cool, though. I mean, like, David Fincher, like, read that and was like, yeah, I'm gonna make this movie.
Sure.
Like, that's cool.
I saw a tweet that
Fuck
said
yeah.
that Tarantino wishes, like, with his entire body and soul, that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was his last movie, was his 10th movie.
I think so.
I mean, because he pigeonholed himself
He's-
to this rule, and now he's like, I gotta hang it with a
10
bang.
movies.
And I bet he would have loved to have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood be his last movie, but now he's got to think of something
Yep.
bigger that encapsulates Hollywood.
But also, like, it's a box of his own creation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He has no one to blame. He has no one to blame but
Yeah,
himself.
like-
He can literally just make another movie.
He's just wasting years now. It's been 6 years
He's
since
like-
his last movie.
He gets
Like-
he makes a fucking script with writes more about Cliff Booth because apparently he ditched like one of his other scripts. He writes like, "This is so good." Shows it to Brad Pitt, and he's like, "Brad Pitt's like, this is so good. We should make this." He's like, "All right, let's find someone who I trust to make it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm not going to."
He's like,
"That's
yeah, I don't
kinda
want my
hilarious."
last movie to be a sequel. Or however he sounds.
Exactly.
Sequel to
I
your
don't
own
actually want
movie.
hey man, I don't actually want my last movie to be a sequel, man.
There you
So
go.
like, man, I just man, I was calling up David Fincher, man, and I love his movies, man, and I just love his wife's feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you, I don't know if you, I don't know if you saw his social network, but the motherfucker made Facebook look cool. Like,
on it.
I mean, it's probably what he's gonna. There's gonna be an interview where he says something along the lines of that, like, "Motherfucker can make Facebook look cool. He's cool." Yeah, no, he's.
Nah,
But listen,
I mean-
it's exciting.
Yeah, it's Brad Pitt back with his with the guy that didn't put him on the map, but what, Fight Club and Seven?
Certainly helped him.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see those two work together again.
And Seven.
Yeah, I mean these are. I mean, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood got him his Oscar, so I'm sure he's gonna give it his all
Mhm.
for this movie. And then it'll be on. You can watch it on your phone immediately on Netflix. That's what he's gonna get. with
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Horrific.
Yeah, brutal.
Horrific.
Yeah, I don't think Netflix is at Cinemacon, which is exclusively for stuff being released in theaters. So this was just released separately.
God, that's horrific. Is that why next week we're getting like Amazon, Paramount, MGM?
Yeah, because they're happening like now and stuff, and we just wouldn't have time to cover it. But I do have two more things. One pertaining to stuff releasing in theaters. AMC Entertainment CEO Adam Aaron has been having discussions with studios about extending their exclusive in-theater window
Good.
to 45 days. And he said 3 of the major studios have agreed that they need to bring back the 45-day release window. So that's good.
Have they named them?
Yeah.
The studios?
No, I think they're all, solidarity in numbers. I think they're just like waiting and seeing, doing like a, you get an invite, you're like, oh, but who all's going to be there type of thing.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm not going unless, Disney's going. I'm not going unless, whoever. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
If they can get 4 out of the 4. That's good. That's
Well,
big.
I'd imagine. I think it was,
And
you
the
talked
last,
about it, Mike.
yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but Disney
No,
and
you're good.
Marvel, like keeping their movies in theaters for so long, I feel like they're one of those big. If I had to take a guess, I would name them as somebody that's probably on board for that, which would be
Right? Yeah, they're already doing it.
Yeah,
They leave them
cool
in.
of Disney, which is rare to say, but
Yeah, it is. Oh boy, it is. And the last, any thoughts on that, Brian?
No, I mean, I'm not as familiar with the news you guys are talking about, so I'm just kind of listening.
It just came out. I'm like on my phone because
No,
I
I
realized
know.
we're at like 45 minutes.
No, I just like I'm all for like you saying they're extending their time there. I mean that's good. I mean it's ultimately a good thing, like you said, right? I mean like Disney we shit on all the time, but they've been the ones pushing to be like, no, this our movie is going to have this slot for this long, and I think it's going to ultimately be a good thing. I think we're seeing the shift, and this is a step in the right direction.
Yeah,
So I'm with it.
absolutely.
Very cool. All
Absolutely.
right, what's next? You want to explain Doomsday to me, or is that we gonna skip that one?
No, I can. Just real quick before I get into that, the Smashing Machine, the movie with The Rock,
yeah.
about the boxer.
Oh yeah.
It's got a release date, October 3rd.
Ooh.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, so that one will come out
Benny.
before the other Safdie brothers ping pong movie with Timothy Chalamet, which is Christmas. I believe.
Marty Supreme.
Marty Supreme.
Marty Supreme.
I think that's a
It
Christmas
was in the
movie.
draft.
Yep.
We remember.
Yeah,
People
we're,
remember.
your movie's up first, Brian. One of your draft picks. First of the year, Sinners.
That's right.
I'm still excited about that one. Yeah. Actually, honestly, maybe it's good I can't go to the movies because now I can go next week. I'm gonna start going to see movies I care about. I can wait to see the Minecraft movie. I think that's okay.
Why do you
Not
want
even
to...
You're not even a little bit curious about
No.
like it. You know it's gonna be bad.
That's self-harm, Brian. Call the number.
I guess I'm trying to think of a joke to say there. I was like, nothing I'd say is gonna be good. So just because I was cat sitting this weekend, she scratched the shit out of me, and I'm like, this is what Minecraft did to me.
Minecraft, my 13th reason.
I do love in the Minecraft movie. This one thing I'll say about that is that like when it started coming out, they're like, is Jack Black really just gonna go around and explain aspects of the game to the characters? And it seems like that's what he's doing. That's an Enderman. You're not gonna want to stare too long at him. That's why. Like that kind of crap. But, like,
It's behind me, isn't it?
It's an iron.
Yeah.
It's an iron
What are
claw.
the-
Like
Over under on songs from Jack Black.
I'm gonna be
I'm
honest.
thinking
I
2.
don't think I'm gonna watch this movie at any point in my life.
Oh, I'm not,
Not-
for sure.
Well,
I'm
gonna
not.
watch it when it
And
comes
no
out.
one make me.
When it comes out of theaters, I will be watching it.
Mhm.
It's going to happen. I don't know why. I have to see. I have to know. I'm a big fan of the Block, dude. Brother of the Block.
Self-harm.
See, coming from a lot of people who haven't defeated the Ender Dragon. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm hearing right now. A lot of people who haven't experienced that glory of Minecraft.
Yeah, just don't show Carly this episode.
Oh man! All right, what's next?
Should we talk about your movie, bro?
Yeah, what did you have us watching this week, Brian?
Oh, well, you know what's so funny is I found buried somewhere was a watch list on IMDb because I don't really use my IMDb account. It's like my letterbox. I like my letterbox one. I found a watch list I must have made. Age Gonna saw Scanner Darkly. And that was because I was big into I was doing a lot of Linklater at the time, big Linklater fan. And I saw this and I'm like, what is this? Is it obviously not animated? It's that rotoscope, like half animated, half not. It's Philip K. Dick, who has done a bunch of like old sci-fi stories. So I was like, I want to check this out. And that's where I picked it. It's Keanu Reeves, Woody Harrelson. And I gotta say, first half of the movie, I was like, I don't know if I know fully what's going on. The animation just was kind of irking my eyes a little bit. But by the end, I was like, that was actually a really like weird, bleak, like kind of trippy story about like what was real, what were people's agendas and who meant what and who knew what was going on and who didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, give us the plot, Brian. Give us the plot.
So essentially, there's a cop in this not so distant future who is going undercover, but it's like a deep undercover to find this find out like where the origins of this drug, how they're making this new drug called Substance D that's like crazy addictive and fucks up people's minds. What happens though is that because it's all about this deep state, like surveillance, the cops have these undercover suits where they can so when they don't know who each other are, that like disguise their identity. Because he's so tweaked on this drug and he's getting so much drug into him that he starts to not even know that he's spying on himself. Essentially, it's like his personality starts to split. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. And should I just spoil
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
ending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's talk about
Spoiler warning.
Essentially, what ends up happening is that at such unraveling, he's got another one of his friends ratting. He basically finds out like he's too far gone on the drug, and it turns out that they think that the rehab center is part of behind it, and they were actually getting him hooked onto it to intentionally put him in there as a way in. And then the whole ending I don't know if you guys interpret that, but the whole ending kind of be like, does he remember that one part of his brain that still remembers, like, that he's there to collect evidence or not? Some people said, so I was reading some stuff about it. Some people say, like, no, he doesn't remember. I'm like, no, he put the shit in his
For
shoe.
my
What
friends.
do you think? I'll let other
I
people
have
weigh
a theory.
Yeah.
So you were mentioning earlier about Now You See Me when they were like, oh yeah, they programmed that guy to go to Vegas. I think that Keanu Reeves' character gets programmed because the only way you can get admitted to the rehab facility and taken to the farm where they think they're producing the flower that turns into substance D is to be gone. Too far gone.
Absolutely cooked.
Like when he shows up to the farm,
You don't even know who you are anymore.
yeah.
yeah, he's repeating everything that the guy says, like, look at these pretty mountains. He's like, I like pretty mountains. He's like,
Breathe this
yep,
air.
and, lots of fresh air. He's like, I like fresh air.
Yeah.
Like, he
Or
doesn't
G
have
or
thoughts
whatever,
of his
he's like,
own
yeah.
at that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you watch the movie, they are subliminally planting ideas in his mind. Like, the substance D flowers are blue when he's talking to his psychologist, and they're keeping
flower,
track of
yeah.
how... You're like, hey, why don't you buy your girlfriend blue flowers? And then when he's in the car with his girlfriend, who you later find out was actually his handler,
Hank.
Yeah.
who was intentionally drugging him to get him to this state, she's like, yeah, I wish I could go to a cabin in the mountains. I want to go to a cabin in the mountains. Do you want to go to a cabin in the mountains? And that's where he ends up. That's where the farm is, a cabin in the mountains. And, they're keeping track of how drugged out he is, all this stuff. I think it's all to push him so that, even when they're, so this handler at the farm was like, yeah, next time you'll see them. And so when he sees the flowers in the field, he's like, oh yeah, pretty flowers. I should just keep these.
Yeah.
I give them my friends a gift at Thanksgiving.
That's his, like,
base.
base. He just thinks
Yeah.
he's grabbing flowers for his girlfriend.
Eric, would you? Yeah, no, I agree. I think you're right. What did you think, Ricky?
So I will say, going into this, the animation style, I didn't know what to think going into it. I like the cast, like Linklater, obviously. This didn't. That opening scene was absolutely disgusting, with the bugs crawling
Oh,
over
the bugs?
all over that, and I was like, "Is this what this movie's gonna be?" And I was completely wrong. I was so into this trippy, like, it kind of felt like, even like with last week, we used the phrase like fever dream. Like, that happened multiple times with like tripping out. I thought some of the best scenes were just like them having these tweak out sessions with Woody Harrelson, Robert Downey Jr., and Keanu Reeves. And I mean, that ending, like that twist with her, Winona Ryder, being his handler, it actually got me. I did not like see that coming. When it was obvious he was taking it off, I thought it was going to be a guy, and so when it was her, I was very surprised. And I think the animation style worked for this sort of trippy story with this, like, everything questioning what's going on, everything's moving. I was like, if I was high watching this, I'd have a problem. Like, just with everything moving.
Everyone's skin is moving.
Yeah, everything
Everyone's like
was
skin
moving.
is no one's face is stiff.
Yeah, it was so trippy. And it just, I think that last little line of dialogue between Winona Ryder's character and like her boss talking about, like, she's like, I don't feel right about this, is just kind of some commentary on, like, going like a corrupt system, and just I thought it was I thoroughly enjoyed this.
He was literally a lamb from the get go.
Yeah.
Not like they thought he was. Like Micah said, you thought he was like spying. Like, oh, he thinks he's like, oh, I'm just spying myself, and I'm supposed to be spying on this company, and I got in too deep, and I don't even know I'm spying myself. But really, from the get go, that was the plan. They wanted him to think he was in control, but they were just getting him further. The only thing I didn't really understand, and I think the intention kept it vague, was how involved or not involved Robert Downey Jr.'s character was in it. Because like.
Oh,
Did
sorry.
they
Go
explain
ahead.
it? No. Did they explain it? 'Cause I was like kind of keeping it like I knew he was helping. Yeah, Micah, if you picked up on it and I missed it, I would like to hear. Like,
So it was like a multifold plan. So the plan was to recruit Keanu Reeves as an undercover cop, and the whole plan was to get to Robert Downey Jr.
Right.
But so they just had, and then step 2 of that plan was to use the connections Robert Downey Jr. had to ship Keanu Reeves up to the farm. So by just putting him undercover, telling him he's spying on himself. They knew that Robert Downey Jr.'s character, who's paranoid anyway because they're all drugged out,
Yeah.
would start to scheme against Keanu Reeves' character.
Because he
And
knows.
so then he
Because he knows
ends
he's a
up
narc.
just taking himself to the police station and going, just
Yeah.
making up stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, he brought himself in. They're like, yeah, we're just going to arrest you preliminarily. Don't worry about it. So then they yank him off the streets.
Yeah.
So yeah,
no,
he
it
was
worked.
he was the guy they were after.
Okay. No, I thought it was really cool. It's just like I think I honestly somebody worth a second watch because like I
Yeah.
think like the first watch I'm still trying to figure out. I'm like, okay, what does Keanu know? What he's done doing? And it wasn't really until the last half that I started piecing together. And I feel like if I watch it back now, all the exchanges between him, Woody Harrelson, and Robert, all those three will start to make more sense about like who's playing who. Because I was still trying to figure out. I'm like, okay, so he's a cop, and initially I was like, wouldn't they know that he's the one spying him? And I'm like, oh wait, no, that's what they're saying. He's like, they said that at one point. They're like, you got the whole point is like you don't even know who you're spying on,
Yeah.
and he doesn't know because he's talking about himself in the third person. It all made sense by the end, but I'm like, I definitely could use another watch. But definitely a classic, like I think Philip K. Dick wrote in the '70s, classic like '70s sci-fi trope where the end is just like bleak.
Yeah.
You're like Jesus, like
Yeah.
It's definitely one I do want to watch back and kind of see how the dialogue changes and the interactions change.
yeah.
Throughout. And
Oh, you saw what Freck? So Freck didn't kill himself?
he was in the
Well,
rehab.
you
in
say
the-
bald frack.
He was in the
Yeah,
rehab.
he's in the rehab center.
Yeah.
Well, I think they were saying, and I kind of enjoyed that, like, the voiceover they were doing, like, yeah, Freck tried to kill himself in this super
And you just have to
substantial
listen-
way.
He's got so fucked up.
That
And
was
he
just
just
a fun
fucked it
little
up, yeah.
side quest thing. But he's like,
Yeah.
it took him like 1,000 years to get to the 6th grade where he discovered masturbation. Like I was like, that's so good. That's so good.
Yeah.
And another
cool,
like,
man.
one
I
of
think
the
he took
scenes
the
that,
wrong
like,
drugs.
that got me was Keanu Reeves during his first like therapy scene where they asked him like, is that a dog, is that a sheep, the whole bit where he just crashes out at the end, and then he asks these like psychoanalyst therapists, he's like, how can I fuck my girlfriend, like why won't she let me fuck? And that's their fucking coworker the whole time. Like that got me, like at the end I was laughing about that. But what are some of your guys' favorite scenes from this?
Oh man. I mean I thought the whole ending sequence, like him on the reveal scene with Hank was great. I thought the Linklater is great. I mean, you've seen Dazed and Confused, you've seen Everybody Wants Him. He's great with dialogue. So anytime it was just Harrelson, Downey Jr., and like even the Roy Cochran or Keanu Reeves, any of them, just them dialogue. Like that whole scene with the suppressor outside kind of geeked me a little bit. Like that shit was funny.
Yeah.
He's like,
Or even like
that
the
shit didn't
18
work at all.
the 18 speed bike. He's like, I'm counting
Oh my God,
only
yeah, that shit was
9
mad funny.
speeds. Like, wait, it might be 8. It was actually really good.
Yeah. They were bugging about you could always tell they were all on drugs. They're like, wait, no, there's 9 gears. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
like what are we doing right now? Like,
I think the whole time that it's you multiply the gears because they're working
Yeah.
off each other.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they were
exactly.
always 18.
Yeah.
They were always
Yeah.
18.
oh yeah,
then,
she's like, there's 3 on the front and 6 in the back, so that's 18.
yeah, that's
But
18.
they're like, there's no way 3 plus not 6. It's a 9 speed bike. There's no such thing as a 9. Like what?
And then they're like, this is all part of their plan.
Yeah.
I did love the energy from RDJ. I liked the restaurant scene with
yeah.
him. And you said what's his name? Dan
Roy
Austin?
Cochran. That's the guy
Roy
that plays him.
Cochran, yeah. I like that scene when they're talking. I think one of the funniest ones, and this is like one of the initial clues that his brain is fully split, because why would he go along with this, is that when they're driving their car, the car
Yeah.
breaks down, they get towed back, and RDJ's kind of leading this, they concoct that whole thing about, well, we know we're being surveilled, so I left a note on the door unlocked, they come back in, they see like a lit cigarette and a joint, which their coworker girlfriend was there the whole time, and they paranoid themselves to a point where they're about to just sell the house.
Yeah.
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 You're right. And you're right, you think that he would know, like you
would think he would know, like, yeah, if anyone broke in, it'd be like, well, it's one of our guys, because I'm a cop.
Yeah.
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 Or
he wouldn't have been like, no, let's sell the house. He'd be like, no,
he was
calm
fully
down.
in. He was like,
So
actually,
drugged out.
if we put an ad in the LA Times, we
Yeah,
can
so
sell the
drugged.
house fast.
She
The
comes back
drugs
and
are
she's like-
part
they're
of
like,
the
"Did you have a
asking
joint?"
cost.
She comes back and she's like, did you have a joint? She's like, yeah. They're like, oh,
Oh,
fuck.
they're all like, oh, okay. And then what about the note? She's like, yeah, I saw your note and I came in. You guys should lock your door. And
Yeah. Yeah. No, I thought it was a fun watch. It was one that I'd just been meaning to watch for a while.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did. That was cool. A little sci-fi. I feel like we've kind of done a lot of different genres here.
We got like 2 surreal movies in a row, I think.
Yeah,
which I enjoy. I enjoyed them thoroughly.
Who is next? Is it?
It's Mr. Eric.
Ricky, do you have
What
your
you got
movie of the
for
week?
us?
What do you got?
I do have a movie, but it's not Minecraft. But if we're doing Wednesdays, I want to get us back in the theater again for a new release. But if Brian, if you're busy, then I can check down.
I can make it. Don't worry about me.
Okay.
You get what is it? What is it?
Well, we've done it. You were talking about different genres we've done. We haven't touched I feel like a horror yet, and this is more of a comedy horror. Neon's put out this movie, Hell of a Summer, directed by Finn Wolfhard. That's got me a little bit.
Dude, I was about to text you about that. That's so funny.
It's got me a little bit. I'm very curious about this movie, and it's it's a little bit of a slasher summer camp comedy, dark comedy. I feel like it's in the vein of Bodies, Bodies, Bodies in a way.
Yeah.
Finn Wolfhard's young kid. I'm excited. Would be down to watch this. And
is it coming out this weekend?
Comes out this weekend. Yes.
I will get there before Wednesday. Rest assured.
Word.
Don't you worry.
Yes. What's up?
Yeah.
What's
I'll go
up?
on freaking Sunday
This
night.
is exciting.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good one.
It's funny. We were just talking about Winona Ryder because she was on the set of Stranger Things, and she has that quote where she was like, "Yeah, I would ask them like what movies they like, what do they like," and they're like, "Yeah, I don't really like movies." And clearly, whoever she was talking about was not Finn Wolfhard.
No.
So I'm excited to see his
Noah Schnapp's fucking bullheaded ass.
Yeah, everything. Take everything bad happening to Rachel Zegler and give it to Noah Schnapp.
Fuck that
guy. But you're the light. You're
the heart or whatever.
You're the heart. You're the heart. You're the heart.
Yeah, I love it. I can't wait to see him in this season, bro. My favorite thing in the last season was like he just like grew way too much for his stupid hair because he's got this like dumb bowl cut. This person is like, Mike, what are we gonna do? I'm like, yo, fucking change your.
Hey, grown man over there, grown ass man. Why don't you get a job? That's what you can do, grown ass man. Get a wife and kids.
Not him. Not him.
Why couldn't you just stay in the upside down? Nobody likes you.
You just stay there.
Stay dead.
Because your mom was working too hard.
All right, Micah, maybe you can explain to Doomsday next week. I don't know. I feel like it's good.
I already did. I jumped it earlier. Well, yeah, we can go in depth later. Maybe we'll get more because the Marvel panel will have come up.
Oh, there'll be more.
We can
There'll be more to
Marvel.
talk about for sure.
Yeah.
Which will be
All
great.
right.
Which is a great segue.
Good talk, fellas.
We'll be back.
All right.
We'll be back next week with a lot more to talk about. That's a great episode. No games this week. We'll be back next week with more news, more games, and we'll be talking about a hell of a summer. So appreciate you guys listening.
Yeah. Naked Pod. Come in.
Naked Pod. At 100 subscribers, one of us will get naked.
100. We're at 9. Let's get those numbers up. 3 of them are my account.
Oh man.
I have like 3 different YouTubes. So like subscribe. Peace out.
Peace, y'all.